Ladies, gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, mesdames et messieurs, here we are once again. This time, it is Blistering Sands. We have Cast playing against Insolence, Cast being up 2-1 against Insolence, so he just needs to win this game. But because of the fact that it is Blistering Sands with backdoor entrance number 1 and backdoor entrance number 2, it is pretty damn hard for a Terran player to defend a well-executed 4-gate, and we know that Insolence is not too worried about his quality of his 4-gate playstyle, especially in PvP, where you have to control your units very good. In the first game where he was playing against Kaz, especially his Sentry Immortal control was so good that he was able to keep his Immortals alive, meanwhile just constantly applying pressure, and because of the backdoor entrance, just move in with the 4-gate attack and be successful. So, for example, is a strategy which Goody and BC, for example, try to do quite often if they play against a Protoss player, because they knew it's pretty damn hard, nearly impossible to win as a Terran player against a Protoss player who's going 4-gate on Blistering Sands, like for example a Zerg player who's just able to win 1 out of 10 games against a Terran on Steps of War. They tried to go for some proxy barracksing, but Kaz is not, he just does not proxy barracks, he just simply does not go for any proxy barracks at all, and he's going for a marine before he was going for the tech lab on the barracks. So a possible concussive shell marauder early push will be delayed by a couple of seconds. Now going for the supply depot here in the back, next to the destructible rocks right away. So, what is the follow-up play by Insolence? And now I'm really curious. It will be a 3-gate, just have some units out in order to defend a possible attack by Kaz with his concussive shell marauder, or it will be just a plain and simple 4-gate. So we see the second assimilator coming up. So it won't be some very fast Nexus play, because anyway, some very fast Nexus play is what you want to call insanity on Blistering Sands. It's like going hedge first as a Zerg player against the Terran on Steps of War. So, first Marauder is out. The concussive shell is being researched after all. Here we see it 10 seconds away from being finished. Marauder number 2 is out in 5 seconds. Gateway number 2, here it is. Sentry number 1 is being out and is being rallied directly over here because he's got a Zealot, he's got a Stalker out already, but it is 2 concussive shell marauder. This Stalker needs to run away, and looks like this Stalker will be able to survive. This Zealot is just going down. He should move away, run away with the Stalker. Why he's not moving away? Now finally he is having a probe here on this Zelnaga watchtower. Probe will go down because here we see the magic trio coming up, taking out the probe right now. So what about this sentry here? The sentry it is. And gate number 2, gate number 3, gate number 4, here it is, the classical 4-gate coming up by Insolence. He's got a pylon here, so he will be able to warp in some units on the low ground. Not the best decision to stay with this probe here next to the Zelnaga watchtower. You always want to have a probe already here in this area in the first place, because now the 4 warp gate technology is, the warp gate technology already is finished, but now this warp gate technology is known as the 4 warp gate technology. So gate number 4 is opening up, more units being warped in, more pylons being warped in as well, to of course allow more units to be warped in. It's just warping in and warping in all the time, and he is, when is he going out for an attack? We got 3 barracks and still a command center. He's still expanding pretty fast after all. I mean, this orbital command finished not even 7 minutes in the game. Here are the forces of Insolence. I would have expected him to apply some pressure, of course, a little bit earlier, because he wants to get rid of those destructible rocks as fast as humanly possible, because with those rocks down you just can avoid bunkers like this bunker here. Oh, there's a bunker. Pfft, I don't really care. I just go for the backdoor entrance. Here we have a pylon. Now there are the remaining forces. And now the destructible rocks are under attack. What is Kaz doing? He should realize that he's that those rocks will be gone pretty soon. A nice composition, zealots, sentries, and stalkers here in the mix. Not too much of any kind, so a very versatile army composition. So now Kaz is moving to the center here, moving and getting up one bunker, getting up another bunker, but all those bunkers are in the center of the map. Will Insolence be able to stay in the tournament by having a successful execution of this attack, now being able to take down the bunker before any units will be able to get in here? This is pretty huge actually. No, this bunker still lives. It burns down to the ground. Nice force fields preventing most of the Marines and the Marauders to do some damage, but in the end they stimmed once again. The health on those Marines and Marauders is not looking too good, but still they can take out so many zealots which were kited there. Do we see some force fields on the high ground? No, we do not. Kaz is very careful not to overextend himself, because if Kaz is able to hold this attack and expand at the same time, he is in not too bad of a position. But Insolence, he's got a follow-up plan. He's not only focusing purely on the 4-gate attack, now getting a Twilight Council, here it is as well. Maybe wants to follow it up with some DTs, or maybe just some Blink Stalkers, even though I think DTs might be the better option here. This bunker just finished forecast interesting force fields, trying to trap some of the Marines and the Marauders, but of course they're doing so much damage that the Zealots die so fast. This other bunker has been taken out as well. The Stimp Marines and Marauder once again running in, taking out sentry number 1, taking out the second sentry as well. Here's some more Zealots in the mix, but those SCVs just tanking so much damage. But even though the Marines and the Marauders are in the red already, nearly every single one of those units is, they're still able to take out all of those units. Let's see, Marauder at 7 HP, Marine at 5, this Marine at 3. Still those 5 units able to take out this pylon. So what is the follow-up play by Insolence? Indeed, it will be the Dark Shrine. And just remember, if the Dark Shrine will not be successful, this game is over and Kaz will take it. So any Insolence fans now have to cross their fingers that Kaz at once will not have enough energy here on the 2 orbital commands. At the moment he does not have any much at all, but still the Dark Shrine takes another 50 seconds. Insolence needs to have a bunker at the front. By the way, nice bunker, pylon at the front. By the way, nice bunker by Kaz. So he knows, no expansion just coming up yet, and if this bunker gets attacked, he still can salvage it to get the money back. So Kaz now moving out with his Marines and Marauders, now going for the backdoor entrance himself. What about this Dark Shrine? Here it is. And of course Insolence needs to save up some minerals, needs to save up some gas, just warps in 2 more sentries. So he wants to buy himself a little bit more time. Of course he needs to do this just because of the DTs. And destructible rocks going down, force field number 1, force field number 2, not providing any vision to the high ground. Here are the 2 DTs. And what about Kaz? Kaz going for a scan, trying to take out the pylon, and then he just spotted those DTs. What a lucky scan by him, very well done. And with this scan being there and this knowledge of the DTs, he just decided to go for the missile turret right away. He's got his units in the main base, and this game is basically over, even though this DT still doing a little bit of damage, but all those Marines and Marauders, in addition to the scan, going down right now. Insolence just warping in more Zealots, but the Zealots die even before the warping process is completed. Now Kaz here with the kiting just doing more and more damage. Insolence just warping in. Another DT, another scan coming up, of course. Kaz with the 2 orbital commands being able to scan quite often. Another DT is being warped in. And finally, I think with this DT, Insolence must be able to hold this attack off for the moment, but the question of course is at what cost. More units going down, probes trying to go for a surround, all the units dead right now for this attack. But let's take a look here at the units lost. Insolence being behind 2,000 resources nearly, and I mean Kaz is nearly mined out, Insolence is nearly mined out, but what can a Tauren player do? Exactly, push the L button, and L button means lift off. And he can not only lift off this orbital command, but this here at the main as well. And Insolence did not even start his command center here, his nexus. And once again, I think, okay, let's just watch this Dark Templar die in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, actually it survives still. And once again, I have to say, if Insolence would be able to have this probe not here on the high ground, but just hide it somewhere, build a pylon here to be able to execute this 4-gate a little bit faster, he would be in a much better position. I mean, nice job taking out this reactor here, but in the end it was just not enough. I mean, now Kaz has enough energy on this orbital command, but I cannot see a way how Kaz will lose this game after all. Especially considering that this bunker is still there. I mean, what is Insolence's plan here? Is he just trying to just go for the all-pro ball in? To be honest, I don't think so. Kaz now landing here at the natural expansion. The 2 DTs of Insolence moving back. Mentor here with 5 kills, and still the disciple Dark Templar here at this Zelnaga watchtower with 1 kill only. So let's take a look at the supply. It's actually pretty even, and Insolence slightly in the lead, but more importantly is the harvester count here and the unit count in general. 12 zealots, 2 DTs, 2 sentries. Does he have the charge for the zealots? And he's actually going for the charge. And now with all those mass zealots and some nice placed force hits, he might be able to go for some sort of miracle. But he does even have the Raven out. And with the Raven out, this DT, of course, in a lot of trouble. Now the charge finished for the zealots. You can see as the movement speed of the zealots, the charge is finished. Sentry number 1 placed a force field. Number 2 did not have enough energy, only for a guardian shield. Charging zealots just still continue to charge. The marauders and the marines still continue to kite. DTs were focused down, and now all the forces by Insolence are dead. He does not have an expansion, and I think we should see a GG here pretty soon. Congratulations to Kaz for winning this tournament, for winning the CraftCup number 34. And last week he was in the finals here as well, where he lost against Braddock. But now he's in the finals once again. He is able to secure himself a spot in the King of the Month tournament. So we will have 2 Terrans in the King of the Month tournament already for the next month. Especially considering that in the last month we had Protoss players and Zerg players mainly. Now it is looking a little bit better for the Terran players here. And I'm not sure what Insolence is doing. He's having an Archon, he's having this Dark Templar, and now he's having nearly all of his probes, warping in 2 more Stalkers, just depleting all of his possible resources, going for the now or never attack. But Kaz with a 72 supply compared to the 49 supply. This Banshee does not have the cloak, he does not have the cloak in production. This Raven will go down just because of the fact that the Archon is faster and the Stalkers are faster as well. So now the DTs might be able to do a little bit more damage. Probes taking some nice damage. The Archon still doing a little bit of damage here. Interesting force fields. I would like a Guardian Shield a little bit more. Now all the units are down. Still this 1 DT alive. There's the scan DT going down as well. And now, finally now, I'm not dead serious. We should see a GG here any second now. I mean, it is admirable that Insolence was not just yet giving up, GGing out of the game. So congratulations, this tournament is over. Congratulations to Kaz taking this best of 5 series 3-1. So he was able to take the finals, take the tournament, take the $100. And even secure a win on Blistering Sands. So very well played by him. Just having a small setback after the first game and then just won 3 games in a row against Insolence. So congrats to him once again. And I mean, Insolence played nice, but it was just not good enough in the end. I think this decision making to delay this 4-gate here in the